Action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? I'm Ryan D, aka Ryan680.
Hello, guys. This is Lex back again.
What's up, man? What's going on, Lex? How you doing over there?
I'm doing good, man. Happy to be here once again. Excited to talk some Mandalorian. Catch up, and the season keeps on going, man. It's getting good. It's getting good.
Okay, if I don't know if anyone could have recalled. I mean, just like going back to the drawing board and be like, hey, John Favreau, be sure to make, who would have thought like this get greenlit for season 2, and who would have thought that this would have been like such a great series to talk about, that we're excited to talk about and to expand the Star Wars universe, the outer rim of the outer, different systems. I know we go on and on about talking about these different systems and everything, but yeah, man, I mean, let's get right to it. We're going to talk briefly on chapter 11, guys, which we do get. So we're going to be talking about spoilers, nonstop spoilers, guys. So if you have not seen
there's no way to go around it.
Yeah, there is. That's why we're talking. That's why we got together, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so let's get right to it, Lex. All right, so we're going to talk about Bo-Katan. Let's talk about her, man. I mean, we finally seen her, and also we know a simple little truth here that she sheds light on the Mandalorian, and just being a Mandalorian back in the old days, the Clone Wars, and with everything that's going on, with where his state of mind has been at this whole time, which didn't make sense to me, which we'll talk about. But let's go and digest this a little bit. So Bo-Katan, she's originally a Mandalorian. She's from Clone Wars and Rebels, guys. So if you have not seen Clone Wars or Rebels, you're going to be kind of a little lost here, but that's like the extra story, the side story that we see here. And it really comes together in this, and it really like it's almost like a jaw opener, like for real. Like
I'm gonna need you to share all your knowledge, man, because like I've mentioned before, I still haven't gotten into Clone Wars and Rebels. I knew of her as a character because I had seen her like animated counterpart before, but it's really cool. This is truly the first time. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the first time that there's a full-on character crossover from. When it comes to, there's been elements here and there, like the black saber itself, it is from those shows, and now it makes an appearance in Mandalorian. But the first character to just have that full crossover into live action, and it's super, super exciting.
Yes, for sure. This is really, really, you're on point when it comes down to that, because you're totally right. Again, it just seeing this come to life, it just shows so much how they're going by with acknowledging, okay, this is canon, this is Rebels, with what it was. And again, a lot of people are like, I ain't gonna watch the animation, I'm gonna watch I'm not gonna watch the animation, and to own it, it's just like, hey, that's cool and everything, but you're missing a good story there. Again, I'm not acknowledging to watch this Clone Wars movie, because that movie was not good. It was okay for what it was. It's just a little intel to where the TV show really takes place. But they go real in depth on it, as far as like, the dark side has always been there. They go real in depth on it, on the politics of Star Wars. They go real in depth on all those things, on so many things. And we see Darth Maul come back to life in there as well, which we do see. And then Rebels, actually Darth Maul and Obi-Wan go at it. So that's actually really, so it all corresponds together, all comes together. Again, Clone Wars is during the Clone Wars. Rebels is between episode, I believe it's between episode 3 and 4. So it's right if I'm not mistaken, it's right after Rogue One, or like around around that era. Yeah, because we do see a famous ship that's in Rebels that we see in Rogue One. That's actually So
I knew about that. I remember hearing that. And then I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no. So going on into the Mandalorian. So the Mandalorians, if anyone that does not know, real quick, I'll just give us real quick. There was a queen, and Obi-Wan was in love with this queen. He was gonna leave the Jedi Order for her. And so and that's another thing too that a lot of people didn't specify, was all like, hey, the Mandalorians, it's a creed. But I was all like, I mean, Clone Wars, it was a race. I was like,
Yeah.
where you? I get the direction. I was like, okay, so this is, because this is after this is after Return of the Jedi. So I'm just like, okay, so that makes sense. Time has exceeded, and they've been wiped out by the Empire for so long. So that kind of makes sense in a way. But here's this small detail here, Lex, that she actually sheds light to, is that he's actually Death Watch, which Death Watch was against the Mandalorians the whole time. So the Mandalorians were pacifists per se. Like, they didn't want to go into fight. They didn't want to get involved in the Clone Wars. They didn't want to get involved with the Jedi. They didn't want anything to do with the Jedi versus the separatists. Why they didn't want to get involved. Period. And come to find out is that the Creed, which is Death Watch, they're the ones that try to get. They start destroying their own people's home. They start destroying Mandalore. They start trying to take over, and they're the actual Creed there. So that's why I was all like, oh, that was like another jaw opener. So
that's Bo-Katan. She's part of that watch.
No.
Or
no. Mandalorian is part of that watch. He was taught. Remember when Bo-Katan's all like, you were taught in the wrong ways. She says it.
Oh, that's what she meant.
Yes.
Okay. But this whole time he's seen that as being the true way.
Yes, but it's not. And even to this day, like I was very shocked at this. Like I was, because I was just like, holy. Like, this makes all sense now. This makes sense why he was all like, oh, we don't take off our helmet. And I was all like, well, that's something new, because the Mandalorians I watched nonstop, they took off their helmet. They didn't, because it was a race of people. And even he was questioning it. Pascal, he was even questioning it himself in that episode. He was all like, why are you taking your helmets off? And she was all like, because you're not true Mandalore. You're not Mandalorian. You're not Mandalorian. You don't know our culture. You don't know our history with the Jedi, because you're not truly a Mandalorian. You're just you're from Death Watch. And they were taught by someone else. So that's why I was all like, oh snap. So I don't know.
That creates a nice little division of like, what is he gonna pick? Like, does he want to be part of the true path, or that's interesting. I didn't catch that at the moment, but once again, I hope they expand that for fans like myself, where perhaps you haven't seen Clone Wars and you haven't seen Rebels. Hopefully they expand on that so that it's more clear cut of like the I don't want to call it like a cliffhanger, but that big twist.
Yeah.
As far as that, they're planting the seed basically for that big twist and that big conflict.
For sure. It really does, because it has, and that's the thing that people did not know. Because I'll be honest here, this is way geeky. We're talking into the talking into the books. I mean, this is real hardcore Star Wars fans that like really do, like, that's the intel. This is the knowledge that you get from being in Star Wars, and that's the thing. It's just like you have to really watch. I mean, and granted, Clone Wars, it is kind of slow in the beginning, but it gets better. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a really good series. Again, it's real fast paced. And whenever you have time, man, I mean, whenever you're on a plane, whenever you're traveling, I recommend watching it, because it really goes real quick and you really get into it, because it sheds light on so many different, just of Count Dooku, of just the separatists, behind the scenes of the separatists, they even go behind the scenes of politics, to where like the separatists believed the same beliefs that the Clone Wars were. Like, I mean, that the Republic believed. I was all like, what the heck? And then come to find out, Count Dooku is the one that was antagonizing the separatists to keep fighting all along, dude. It was Count Dooku trying to keep them, like, just to keep them fighting, keep on hating them and framing them. He was actually killing separatist own leaders and framing it to say it was a Jedi.
The Jedi. Oh,
yeah, dude. Okay. Like, it goes real deep into it, like the politics, bro. I'm telling you. It's really good. But we'll talk about that on
but it's a lot of info for sure.
Real geeky stuff. But yeah, so we see her in there, and actually, I really did love their action sequences in that chapter 11, man. It was done very well. I mean, dude, that was pretty cool. Again, it looks very. I don't know. For some reason, every episode we see of the Mandalorian, it's like it gets sharper and sharper. Like the image, like it's. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's.
I think I agree. I noticed that. When did I notice it? I think I noticed it more on the most recent episode, which we'll talk about a little bit. but just, I mean, there's not too much going on there. It's possibly the increase in budget, increase in production budget. But I think it's also maybe the scenery. Like I think season one focused a lot in the mystique part of things. So
Yeah.
like the scenery itself maybe it was a little bit grainier, and now there's a clearer path in which the show is going. I don't know, maybe visually there's some decisions there as far as like the color grading and things like that. That's just giving that illusion of just everything being sharper and everything like that.
Yeah.
But one thing I wanted to call out, one of the cool things about this episode, chapter 11, was even just from the opening, as I had talked previously, one of the biggest strengths that I'm noticing this season is how it's making me feel like the universe, the galaxy is truly, truly expands, right?
Yes.
And we're visiting new places, even if it's briefly. And that opening sequence where he's basically in a port city, there's boats and there's like a big ocean. And I mean, the fact that there's boats was kind of crazy, because you've always seen like the Millennium Falcon, you've seen the like all kind of like different ships, all futuristic. But then you see a boat and it's like, this is kind of dope. And there's pirates and everything. Like even just the Mandalorian from Bo-Katan and her crew, they were regarded as pirates, right? And so that was really cool. And once again, even though it's just little glimpses, it's just truly showing me that there's a lot of stuff that we didn't see whenever it was a Jedi at the helm of the franchise or at the helm of the stories, which is really cool.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it really it sheds so much light on all that backstory, man. It really does. And it shows us that, Galaxy it's really a lot bigger. And instead of going to the same old planets, and granted, we do visit Tatooine.
They're still doing, they're still doing it to an extent, for sure. But yeah, I think the formula, you can see the how the formula is different, basically.
Yes, correct. For sure. All right, let's go to chapter 12, man. Let's go ahead and talk about the whole episode, itself, chapter 11, I give props to Bryce Dallas Howard. I mean, she does a phenomenal job as far as
really good.
Yeah, like it's almost to a sense where like we're getting used to her work. Like we're getting used to seeing which episode she was, and now it's almost coming down to where like, oh, I know she did this. Like she's getting up there. Like I just encourage her, just keep going, keep on directing, keep on doing these small things.
I mean, eventually it's in her blood, right? She's been following her father's work for a long time.
And see, a lot of people are like, hey, they should give her a Star Wars movie.
That's interesting.
I think that's like I don't want to say a mistake, but I feel like it's too soon.
I've seen good things, but you kind of like I said in the past, I've talked about maybe who can take a helm. Like it's big shoes. It's big shoes and big weight. So I think for right now, it's good that she's planting those seeds, creating those relationships. But I think that may be a little bit premature. Now, granted, it's not work that I could do either, but just
are you sure?
No, just thinking, maybe I'm not in theaters, but that's it. But just from a load standpoint, she seems to be doing well carrying an episode, but carrying a franchise is just a whole different level. But I really do like what she did last season, because she's returning, and so I do like, once again, it's a very close circle of really talented people that Jon Favreau is putting together. And just last thing to kind of wrap up on this particular episode, we did get our first official name drop for Ahsoka Tano. It was the very first one. Bo-Katan kind of pointed the Mandalorian in that direction and let him know that, hey, tell her I'm sending you. And the part of what I know is that in Clone Wars, I believe that's where Ahsoka and her, like, they have a history together.
Yes, and that's the thing too. They name dropped it, and that's another thing that. So Bo-Katan is the first official, and it's cool to know that she's actually the same voice that did in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, she's
so that's
actress, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's another good move by Disney, or Jon Favreau. I think it's really Jon Favreau. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, Disney can't pull this off, so they just not talking bad about Disney, but I mean, Star Wars. They don't have a good track record. Let's leave it at that.
I mean, I think it's everyone. It's Disney who's letting Jon Favreau kind of spread his wings and kind of do his own thing, and it's Jon Favreau being able to gain their trust.
And Dave
Filoni as well.
Yeah. So another character that we're expected to see this season, of course, is Ahsoka, which started out from a animation, cartoon, whatever you want to call it. So that's actually really exciting. And to see that, I mean, I know fans even, they were just like, we want an Ahsoka movie, but instead we got an Ahsoka book. I don't know if you read the Ahsoka book, but the Ahsoka book I haven't had a chance to read it. I will eventually, but I have not had a chance to read it. But apparently it talks about her trials while she's actually working for the, I guess, the good side in her sense, but she's not she doesn't consider herself a Jedi. Yeah. But it's all along, like Yoda was talking to her the whole time. And that's the thing. It all, it's all going to come down. It's all going to connect. Rebels actually sheds light to that Ahsoka's been here all along. Like even after the Death Star blows up twice, they show hints of it because she sees it blown up twice in Rebels. Yeah, so she's alive. So that's what I was all like. I kind of figured they were gonna do this route.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna do it season 1, like maybe at the end mention her name, but then I was like, okay, season 2, let's bring out all the guns.
Yeah, they're being patient with it for sure. I fear that she's not going to show up until the last episode of the season.
I think so too, man. It's gonna really piss me off.
But I'm like, no, let me just see Rosario Dawson already.
And she's perfect for that role. I mean, dude, her body figure, everything her facial expressions. I mean, we've seen her do different kind of roles. We've seen her in musical and Rent, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Rent. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's Rent. She was in there, and then also, of course, we know her. Where a lot of people know her from Alexander the Great, which she plays the wife. There's like a rowdy nude scene in there.
I know her from different things, movies mainly, but I first discovered her fully in Luke Cage as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She was in Luke Cage, and then she came out in the Defenders and all that stuff. And I mean, she's a badass. She's a badass actress
for sure. And to see her because in Alexander the Great, she actually speaking a different language the whole time, and like she's giving this mean look, and she's acting like a creature. Like, I mean, dude, like let's just say she's gonna be a really good Ahsoka. I'll say that if depending where we meet Ahsoka at, because again, she's gonna be older already though. That's the thing.
Yeah, she is.
She's not gonna be young, so she's gonna be older. But again, my wife always complained about how Ahsoka looked in Clone Wars because all she had to protect herself was like a cutoff shirt right here and a cutoff like right here. And like that was it. Like she had a little short. So like, but that was her younger. And then you see her progress in Rebels. She's actually all covered up. She looks like a Jedi. She actually has armor on. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just, you just see it progress. And yeah, my mom doesn't like stuff like that. But anyways, that's another argument. But yeah, so let's get right to chapter 12, man. I mean, so the Empire leaves a station by itself. That's so that we know of until they actually encounter it. Come to find out that they are actually Empire still there.
Yeah,
they're still there.
This is back. What was the name of the? I know it's with Grief Karga, right? But the planet, what was it called? It was the main planet.
Oh, something with an N, right? Or no?
Navarro.
Navarro, there you go.
Yeah. So we go back to Navarro.
Yes.
And I like their reasoning because once again, it falls back to we're still visiting, we're still going back to I mean, when you have cast members like that important, you have to revisit or whatever. But I do like that they address that he's going back to Navarro because he needs friends and he needs ship repairs because that ship has taken a lot of damage. I don't know how. I always get mad. This is with pet peeve. Like it's just like how much the ship survives, and whenever he fixes it, it's like a 5-minute montage, and like it's just not realistic for you to fix the ship like just that easily.
Exactly.
It's a minor pet peeve, but I do like that they address it. Like, no, you know what? I can't handle this. I need to fix it. So they go ahead and visit Navarro.
I just hate how they keep destroying his ship. Like it's
he just needs a new whip, man.
Here's the thing. He doesn't even get beaten up. He gets destroyed. Like most of the ship
there's
is
no
destroyed.
Fix. I don't know how they keep doing it.
Keep fixing it. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. Because
he just needs a new whip, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I know the Star Crest is like badass and stuff, but I don't know, man. Like it's getting to a point where it's the one thing in the back of my head where like, I mean, I know it's a show about Star Wars and stuff. It's like it's not realistic for this ship to survive that much.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, it's like turning it out to be the Millennium Falcon. It goes through so much crap, and it's still there. Like it's been inside an animal ate it, and it's still like it's still
Yeah,
it's still around. And they're probably shaping it out to be because they marketed it so much. They
yeah,
do, they really do. I mean, there's Legos for it. I mean, there's everything for it. So,
yeah.
but yeah, so I just for this episode to see, to see a new character as well. To see all these corresponding with each other. I don't know if you were able to catch it, but it's very hard to catch it. But there's two Easter eggs. Well, one's an Easter egg, one's a little fallback. When they're actually shooting at the Empire Station, you can actually see a cast member's leg.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw. Okay,
people have been making memes about it.
Yes,
messed up.
Yeah, so
it's like the equivalent. It's the equivalent of Game of Thrones when they had the Starbucks cup. People made a big deal, man. Yeah. I don't know if they've edited it out already.
I don't know. They probably done something to it already, but yeah, it would. Yeah. So that's one. Two is that they actually have an IG statue where he's showing them the little school where the kids are at. Mm-hmm. In the background, you can see an IG statue. They made a statue for the IG unit that sacrificed himself.
IG. Oh, the droid, right?
The droid from the first one. They made a statue. Yeah, they made a statue of him. So it's awesome. You can very see it. Like you have to like sit still and like it's actually like it's like this big in the image. Whenever Mandalorian's talking with the two people, and then like you kind of see it. Like I had to like really, because I was paying attention to every little scene because I watch it and then I rewatch it to catch see if I see any little hints.
And one thing I liked about this is that they finally confirmed. I mean, we kind of knew, but they finally confirmed like Empire is still alive, right? Yeah. And I like this because it's like you take out the Emperor, you take out the Death Star, there's still followers. There's still people wanting to make that next move. And so it's realistic for it not to be like, oh, the world was saved in a single day. It's a battle. It's a constant thing. We've had rumors and sprinkles here and there on the episodes, especially with the Starfighter pilots talking about, the New Republic and it all coming together. And so the same thing, there's the dark side of things where people are still working to kind of like take ownership of the world. And so I like that. It looks like they still have a lot of resources. They still have a lot of pull. And so that presents an interesting problem for the Mandalorian and his crew.
Yes, and we do see that at the very end of this episode. Let's go ahead and talk about the spoiler. We see Moff Gideon. We see him staring at the distance. And that's the thing too, is that like, okay, we get these experiments happening, right? We saw that, and whenever the Mandalorians and them, they're actually the crew, they're actually looking through the stuff, and they see experiments. For a second, I really thought we were going to see Snoke, or we were going to see the Emperor, or saying the tests are not working. We're trying to reincarnate, or wherever I don't even know what Disney called it. Oh my God! But anyways, to reincarnate the Emperor, I guess in a sense.
Yeah, well, I guess they were clones. I think they were.
Oh my God. I don't know, dude. You got me, bro. I mean,
that's what I thought, because like they didn't show it fully, like it kind of looked like Snow, but then it also, knowing that the Emperor survives in the movie, and they name dropped something as cloning, right? I think that could be it, but also it led me to believe, if I may, like what you're talking about when Moff Gideon showed up, he was looking almost like a row of like super troopers or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go. Yeah, so it looks like they were either actually fun fact, they're either actually from the game Star Wars Unleashed, they're either dark troopers or shadow troopers, and they only appear in the games. They never appeared in Clone Wars. They never appeared in Rebels. For a second, I thought they were the troopers from Rogue One, but they're not. They're actually
they're different from the Rogue One troopers.
And see, I can tell. And because the book, I actually read the book Catalyst, which talks about how they form. Oh my God, from Rogue One, what's his name? Oh my God, Ben. He plays him, all the white suit guy. Oh my God, from Rogue One. Oh my God, what's his name?
The bad guy?
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but I know
Yeah,
exactly what
but
you're
okay,
talking about.
yeah. So I can't believe I'm forgetting this. So anyways, so like it follows there, it follows all that story, and it goes behind the scenes of what class you have to be, what level IQ you have to be a trooper. And let me tell you, the white troopers don't, you could be obviously you could be an idiot, and these
Yeah.
troopers, they do not know how to shoot, bro. Like
Yeah,
they're just
they're
knocking them
never gonna
out,
fix that, man.
dude.
It's part of
How,
the
okay, that's the Star Wars knowledge here. How is three individuals gonna take out? I mean, granted, they're good in three individuals, they're really good skilled, but how are three individuals gonna take out a whole, like, how many troopers did they take out? Like 20, I would say. Like,
yeah,
dude,
I mean,
like they just
probably
knocked
maybe
them out like
more.
nothing, like didn't make any sense. But again, that's something, another argument. But going on to the Moff Gideon thing. So I don't know. I really thought we were going to see Snoke in there. I really thought we are going to see, and that's why they're testing out the blood, because that's another thing too. Is that why are they testing out the blood? What are they trying to do? Because again, they're testing on the Metachlorian, I believe, count. In a sense, and what's his name? We actually find out that from season 1, he still survived too, as well. The one that was trying to get the blood, that was trying to,
he survived, and it all goes back right to the child, explaining how they need him for this sort of experiments that they're running, right? They did mention they called it M count, but it's midichlorian count, right? So they're talking about, they needed a being such as Baby Yoda that has a high midichlorian count to produce whatever they're trying to produce. So that, that leads me to believe it could either be a Palpatine clone or even Snoke, right? Because Snoke, I mean, whether we like it or not, Snoke was purposely built or made or cloned or whatever to act as the symbol of the new order. So I don't know if they're planting seeds for that, but either way, that is now leading me to believe that maybe Baby Yoda himself is not a clone. That was previously my main theory.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was thinking he's a clone of Yoda, or I thought he was a clone of Yoda, and that they needed him to either weaponize him or to use his cells to then weaponize others.
That's a good theory. Is that the Emperor or the Empire cloned Yoda? That would actually make kind of sense there. I mean, but again,
the reason why I'm stepping away from that now is because it almost seems like the clone or the end goal is these experiments, and they need Baby Yoda. So I don't think they would set it up to where you need a clone to then clone others or weaponize others, because that's just too many clone, right? So now I'm thinking Baby Yoda.
I mean, Disney has done that already.
No, you're right, but I'm thinking maybe Baby Yoda is just a real, just part of the species of Yoda. Then they need to create either other things, or I don't know. So it's making me step away a little from that idea, but I do think perhaps it still has to do with maybe at one point Palpatine was able to collect some sample DNA or whatever, maybe during their fight on episode 3. Who knows, right? But it's exciting. They're leaving us with more cliffhangers as before, and they're leaving us with more questions as before, I think, because in season 1 there were questions, but it was about getting just the initial answer, like, where are we going? What is this about? Now we know all those things, and they're still leaving us hanging. And I think that's a good strategy. It keeps us going as an audience. And as fans, it just makes us excited. Like, are they setting up something that ties to the movies that, maybe we don't like the movies, but maybe the setup is good? Or are they setting up their own thing and we just never knew it? Right?
So here's a fun fact here about me, Lex. I still have not bought Rise of Skywalker. That's how much I dislike the movie.
Me neither. I wanted to buy it. I was close at one point.
Every steelbook, and I regret buying Last Jedi, but I have every steelbook except that one. That's how much. That's I was close. Like that.
I was close because I really wanted. The steelbook looks cool, but I was just like, nah. I mean, I'll stream it again. Like, and I did. I streamed it, but then I realized, like, kind of like 1/4 in, I was like, I'm not that invested in a rewatch. So maybe that'll change in the future,
that
but
sucks.
maybe that'll change in the future. But it's been a while since I bought a steelbook though, for
It's
anything.
and that's the thing too. It's like I've come to the realization that it's almost as bad as Justice League, dude. Like, I mean, I still haven't even bought Justice League.
I bought it
You
on
didn't? Okay.
digital though, not steelbook.
I never bought it, dude. That's how like ashamed I am of it, and that's
It's
just
all right, dude.
God.
You'll
Like,
buy the Snyder cut.
the
It's all
Snyder
good.
cut, right? Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see how that unfolds. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, Rise of Skywalker. Oh my God, dude. And it's funny too because my wife, she liked it at first. She really did, and then after watching it more on Disney Plus, that when it first initially came on Disney Plus, she was just like, I don't like it anymore. like it's just
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
what I'm saying. Like I
dude,
started
like,
watching, I was like, yes, it
yeah.
finally dropped. Let me watch it again, see if I process it differently. Because like I said, like I wasn't as upset with Rise of Skywalker as I wanted to.
So
but
yeah,
I'm sorry.
no,
Well,
no,
I was
no.
just gonna say, but the fact that I'm not rushing to rewatch it just tells me something, because I can rewatch the OG, I can rewatch even the
I can even watch
I can rewatch the prequel, except the second one is still one that I struggle with.
It's a love story.
Episode 2, yeah, I struggle with that one.
Story.
It's a little
annoying little love story.
I love episode 3. I have since I was a kid. But yeah, the fact that I'm not rushing just kind of told me something. So hopefully, I mean, I do rush sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry, good.
No, you need to watch Rebel. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, that's probably it'll rekindle my love
first, and it will make you fall in love all over again. I kid you not. The Clone Wars will.
Yeah.
I know for a fact it will.
Even something like the video game. I don't know if you've played it, but Fallen Order rekindled my love for Star Wars. It's a really good game. I haven't finished it yet.
Which is the one that just recently came, the last one that just came out.
The Fallen Order.
Oh, okay, that's what. Yeah, I finished that one up, and that one was really good. Like
I'm almost done. I think I'm like 2 missions away from finishing it.
Yeah, it was good, and then it's funny too because to rekindle my love of Star Wars, I keep playing Empire at War, which is on my old PC game, my laptop, and even though it's slow as hell. I still play it on their Empire at War, dude, just because I love it. I mean, it's just such a great classic game, PC game.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, so again, like it's just, Rise of Skywalker. Let's just say when I went to go see it in theaters. So the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, great. Second time was just dreadful. I was just like, when is it done yet? Like I was just like, what? Like, come on! Like this, I should not be feeling this way for a Star Wars film. I really shouldn't. And I know Disney effed up on it because they even admitted to like, hey, we're gonna stop making Star Wars movies because we effed up. Otherwise, Disney would have kept making them. Let's be honest, Disney would have kept making them. They wouldn't have stopped with a trilogy. They would have kept going. Oh hell yeah, we're making good Star Wars movies. We're making a lot of money. Let's go ahead and go. And the crazy thing is that when they first initially. I still remember staying up till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, getting tickets for the first of the trilogy, which was Force Awakens. I remember Monday Night Football happened. The Alamo Drafthouse site went down. I was still trying to get tickets. I got my Angela. Well, she was my wife at the time. She was my girlfriend, and she went to bed because she had to go to work early. And I was like, oh screw it, I'll stay up. I have to go to work in like a few hours. And I literally got them at 3 o'clock in the morning. And, again, I'll give so much praise to Force Awakens because it was a really good, solid film for a start of a new trilogy. It really was something different. And to see Han Solo there, I'll say like they should not have killed Han Solo. I think they should have waited. I think they should have waited till the end, at least, or the part 2, just to get us back in tune with every single character, and like, I don't know. I didn't like Force Awakens how it ended. I'll give it that though. I hate it how it ended because it was kind of stupid. Just like I don't know. I just thought that was kind of unclimactic. Like, I just wanted them to at least have a simple conversation and, just end it at that and be like, well, I need to dwell on this or something, or just Luke needs to say something wise and just end it like that. But no, they had to end it where like they have music and the camera's going around. I hate that camera angle where it's just like it goes around, like it's weird. I don't know. I thought that was very short of Disney to do. It felt like they didn't know how to end it. if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but yeah, the first one's really good. It was really solid. But yeah, it's all going to tie in together. I can't wait to see. Also, what I do want to mention as well is that I want to see Thrawn in here. I really hope we see Thrawn. Thrawn.
Who's that?
He's in the books and he's also in the animation. He's the emperor. He's the one of the emperor's top cadet. Yeah, he's purple.
Blue guy with
purple?
with red eyes.
Yeah. Well, blue, purplish. Yeah, blue guy. Sorry. Yeah,
he looks cool. I don't know much about him, but he looks super cool.
If you watch him in Rebels, dude, he is freaking amazing. He is beautiful. Like, bro, he's beautiful. No, he's beautiful. I love his voice because his voice sounds so calm.
Yeah.
Yet when he's about to torture these rebels, he's like so calm. He's beautiful at it. Like the voice recognition. It's great, dude. It really is. It's really good. Again, that's Rebels. So I recommend Clone Wars first, so we can knock that one out because Rebels is like, I mean, not unless you don't mind watching. You have to go in the mindset of
I'll probably watch it in order. Yeah. Then I'll get confused.
Rebels is real quick though. Rebels is not that many seasons, but again, you have to focus and pay attention because a lot of the only like 2 characters or maybe 5 characters come from Clone Wars that come in here that are like but I mean it's not really like you'll get lost. You know who Ahsoka is. You know who you know who Bo-Katan is, but yeah, like it's just very small little characters, but everyone else you should know. But yeah, Thrawn is in. He's only in Rebels though, obviously because it's after the Emperor. But Thrawn has his own book, which was really good to listen to. I actually had an audiobook of it, and it was really good, dude. It was so good. Like I really wish. And he's actually trying to form his own empire. When the Emperor falls, he's forming his own empire. Everyone's forming their own empire. So that's why I'm just like, maybe we see him. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they don't want to like cross too many like evil characters when they're creating or when they're building up this monster.
Yeah, again, I don't think it's the future. I don't think it's gonna happen this season for sure.
Yeah,
I don't think maybe seasons later because they already set up a bad person, Moff Gideon, and I don't think he's in the. If I'm not mistaken, I could be totally wrong, but I've never heard of Moff Gideon in the Emperor.
No, the Empire. I think he's a new character as well.
Yeah, which they created, which is cool and everything because that's the original. That's what we're talking about. That's what we talk about nonstop. Is that we want to see original stuff.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, any final thoughts, Lex, on this episode, on these past?
No, man. I'm excited where we're going. Once again, there's enough cliffhangers and enough twists where we know they're building up to something special, right? That we have a couple things coming, and maybe some things that we don't know what's coming. It's still we're halfway there, right? It's 8 episodes, so we're 4 episodes into the season. Still long ways to go, and it's felt like they've given us some good stuff. And like I said, I think from here, just nonstop. I think they're starting to pick up, and I think from here we're just gonna get those heavy hitting episodes.
And again, guys, anyone that's watching, once the season 2's over, we're actually going to talk about like what's our favorite episode of the season. I'm going to be mentioning as well like what's our least favorite episode. So we'll go from just the top one, number 1, and we'll go to the last one, of course. But yeah, so we're going to be mentioning that as well later on this season. And yeah, if you have not already, guys, be sure to like, share, subscribe. And yeah, so I mean, we got a lot of juicy, good stuff to talk about. We won't be doing a show for the next 2 weeks because me and Lex will be out of town. We'll be doing our own stuff, but yeah, I mean, just be sure to keep in contact with us as far as social media and everything. But yeah, we got a question. The question is, will Baby Yoda call Mando Dada by the end of the season? I mean, that's a good question, Tony. I mean,
we'll have to see. I mean, he's starting to talk a lot more. I don't know if he'll spill out a full sentence, but
maybe that could be another cliffhanger right there when he sees Ahsoka. He's all "Mama" or something.
No, that would be funny, cute, but also out of character. Like if he doesn't know what that is or what that embodies, right? But I do predict there's going to be like a super heartful moment. They're starting to plan more of that parentship between Mando and Baby Yoda, like even the way he had to take him to school and all that stuff. I think we're gonna have a moment that may not be that, but just maybe an equivalent of that.
What I forgot to mention that you really did mention already was that he was in school. There's macaroons in the universe.
Dude, I saw a company that's starting to sell them.
Yes, Mac, and dude, they're stupid expensive, bro, and people
Yeah.
are buying them. Like, why, guys? This is the God, dude. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's almost like knowing you what macaroons were until they watch Star Wars. Like, oh
I
my God,
know.
I need a Star Wars macaroon. Like, I was like,
Baby Yoda is a golden goose, man.
that's it, man. That's the moneymaker. Because I kid you not, when I was at Disney World, everything was like child everything at Star
Yeah.
Wars. Like everything's child
Boots
because
is huge.
that's they're trying to capitalize on that because they were
Yeah.
all like, crap, we couldn't capitalize on Rey, we couldn't capitalize on Chewbacca, we couldn't capitalize on Kylo Ren. We have this though, that's like huge.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think Disney expected it to be this big as it is. I don't think they had that much expectations going into it. Because this was two people's dreams, Dave and John, that really wanted to do this, and you could tell their heart and passions in it, on a creative standpoint. But yeah, guys, all right. Be sure to put it on the comments down below. Maybe you hated this last 2 episodes. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you thought they were okay. Put it on the comments down below, guys, what your final thoughts were. But yeah, man. All right, this is Lex and Ryan signing out. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. Ryan680.
Goodbye, guys. This is Lex. Make sure to check out Not in Theaters podcast.
Yeah.
And we'll see you back once again, ready to talk about Mandalorian.
In 2 weeks, guys, we'll be back. If you want to follow Nolan Ryan 680 is actually my Instagram. I'll be at Disney World, just doing a little bit small stuff here and there. Really check out my stories. Going to a galaxy far, far away again. I've actually had the opportunity to build my own lightsaber, which was really great. It was really fun, epic experience. And when we go in December, it'll be my wife's turn. So that'll be pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be really, it's back to back. So back to back, expensive.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's Disney. Disney taking my money. Just keep taking it, guys. Look, obviously they took my money, dude. Yeah. Obviously.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working, man. It's working, yeah. But yeah, all right, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for making us a part of your day. Have a good one, guys. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Stay safe. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Lex, brother. Stay safe,
man. I appreciate you as well. Everyone stay safe. And have a great weekend.
Yeah. Don't be stupid. Wear a mask, guys.
Yeah.